Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative. Today we have a new camera to look at. This is the brand new Instax Mini 12. And this one comes in the blue color. In comparison, we have the Instax Mini 11 right next to it here. And I'm going to tell you some key differences. I've shot this around, this brand new one here, in Dumbo, Brooklyn. So I have some pictures to show you. And it is different. And it's kind of like going back in time, and it's kind of just, I don't know what to think about it yet, because I literally just got it this morning. I'm giving this a try, so we'll see exactly how this goes. But this is the body. Also, by the way, I already thought that this blue here was pretty light in color. And wow, this camera is not doing well showing. All right, this is kind of like it's not like a very eggshell color. There is some saturation to it, but this one is much, much less saturated. I don't know why these are not really being picked up as the true colors that they are on the camera here, but whatever. All right, so we have the camera here, and just as comparison, this is how the 11 activated. You press this, the camera just shot right out, and that's for close-ups. And that's it. That's all you had to do. You can see the styling, you can see everything here. All right, here is the new camera, and this is how you activate it. So I believe it was maybe the Instax Mini 9, which you had to twist to get kind of the exposure right, and I think that didn't work. But for whatever reason, twisting this here, I don't know, it's a little bit odd for me. Because what I remember a lot doing with the 11 is when I'm done, push it back in, and I am done. I'm kind of worried, just for the fact of how I've been using this, is I may try to push this back in and maybe damage the camera. So if you remember doing that with the 11, don't do that anymore. So you twist one, and it is on. You twist again, and it's just changing this so it becomes a selfie or close focus camera. Now, one thing that they did say is they helped with the parallax on here. So when you center something, when you're close up, it actually changes it, because if you are just in on and looking through the viewfinder here, it's going to be center here, and that's going to be all right. But once you get closer, the difference between this and this becomes much more apparent. And let me just see if that actually does it. Oh, wow. Oh, that is really, really interesting. So when I turn this, not only do you see this go up, but I really want to see if this can actually be seen in camera. Yeah, you can definitely see it. It may be a little bit blurry, but do you see that? It is literally changing the orientation here. So that's going to be cool. But in practice, I don't know if it didn't help exactly, but let me just show you a little bit about what let me show you the pictures that I've taken here on this brand new camera. Now, we're just going to be talking about this camera here in the model that I have. I bought this by myself. But the one thing that really caught my attention is it seems a little bit soft. In the past, shooting with the Instax Mini 11, I felt like it's just been a little bit sharper. And as you can see, the background here is a little bit washed out. It was a bright sunny day. This is in Dumbo here. This is another one that I thought was a little bit washed out. You have nice details here, but the bridge, which is kind of like the key player in this, if you are traveling, it's kind of washed out here. So no HDR or anything like that. Another one, all right, so this is the first time I'm actually looking at this after it fully developed. Yeah, it's very, very contrasty around here where the people are, and then up there, kind of blown out. So I took a selfie, and this is me just kind of working with the selfie mirror that they have here. They had this on the previous camera as well. You can see it's just right there. But I think the close focusing, this is the first time I'm really looking at it, because I always wait 90 seconds, but it really does take longer to fully saturate, to fully get all the contrast inside. So I think it looks really good. There's a nice background blur on it. You can see my face right there is crisp, and you can see the background is kind of blurred out. not fully blurred, but you can tell that there's a difference. Another one that we have here, I think this one came out probably the best. Nice saturation in the blues of the sky, but you can see the details in the building. And then finally, this is one that I took with a close focus. And when I took this picture, I did not realize that it changes like the orientation and that parallax effect. But I tried to get that centered with a close focus. I think I was a little bit too far away because I wanted to get the entire sign in here, but this one came out soft just because I was too far away to use the close-up one. And again, it was shifted to the side because I don't think I did this one well. I probably would have been best to keep this in the original mode. But I do want to compare two images here and making sure that I have this correct here. So this is something that I just took about maybe 6 minutes ago, right before we started this video. This first picture is going to be from the Instax 12. And this is just casually just shooting out my window. I'm going to be looking at this as you are. This is the 12. This is the brand new 12. Let me just take a look here. It's crisp. You know what? You know what? The detail on this one is crisp. I can see the little pumpkin with the Santa hat. You can see the detail on that. Just want to make sure you guys can see what I can see. I think this one did a pretty good job about getting this crisp. And I was a little bit worried before that I was not getting the detail that I expected from other cameras. And right next to it, this is from the 11. And I want to make sure that I get these, and this is literally taken back to back. So what can we see is the difference here. So outside, we can see things are a little bit blown out. It does, as far as I can tell, it still uses the flash all the time, even though I believe I read something on here, again, 11, 12. Even though I read something about like some adjustments with the flash, which I don't know if it means the flash always goes as it has been, but let me just see. I literally took these back to back. I feel like the outside is a little washed out on the 11. It is much more contrasty here. And again, literally just taken back to back. Which one do I like better? For me, right now, and this is just a personal preference, I do like the 12 a little bit more because you have more of that contrast. But if you're going for more of that dreamy kind of overexposed look, again, I have to shoot these a lot more, but this one has a little bit of a brighter kind of vibe to it. And also, this one seems a little bit pinkish, where this seems a little bit warmer than I would kind of expect from a Fuji film. Because if you know anything about Fuji film, maybe in comparison to Kodak, generally, maybe not anymore, but Fuji is known to be a little bit cooler in temperature. Kodak was a little bit warmer. And maybe if you're thinking about, what do you call it, digital formats, Canon is a little bit warmer and Fuji's a little bit cooler in temperature. Of course, everybody's editing photos these days, so that's pretty much it. Let's see, what else can we see about the differences between the two of these cameras? Again, I shoot this because it's a very convenient format. It is inexpensive, and the film is inexpensive. But let's see, is there anything significantly different between the two of these? Honestly, I like that this kind of just, it's out. It's like this. It's done. And it's just like you can kind of like slap it together and you are done. Like I remember having this in one hand and oh wow, I can't really do anything. So I'm just closing it like this. And today I had food in my hand because I was getting like a slice of pizza and I had this in like a little baggie. And I was just casually taking shots around here. And I was like, okay, I'm going to close this. Can't do that. I had thick gloves because for whatever reason, it went from 60 degrees to 30 degrees. And I was just trying to like get this and it just wasn't really working. So it's just something that you have to get used to. If this is your first one, you're not going to have that issue whatsoever. It's just going to be a brand new camera for you. But this is the new Instax Mini 12. What do you think? The commercials that they have show everything kind of like bubbly and cloudy. And of course, these cameras always have that kind of bubble look to them. And I'd say this is more bubbly now, then this is just kind of like an organic swoop to it. The one that I really have to compare this to, just in looks, do I have it over here? Oh, it's this one. This is the Instax Mini 40. This is my favorite looking Instax camera. And again, this is the old style, so maybe they're going to come out with a new one, the Instax Mini 50 or something like that. See, push out like this. But it just completely different vibe going on. This is more of the look for me, even though the body is bigger on here. But let's see this in comparison to here. I don't know. What do you think about the styling? Do you wish that they would kind of change the styling up? Me personally, I do wish that they would change the styling up. I think it's a little bit too like cloudy and bubbly and everything. I really want saturated colors. One thing that I'm a little bit disappointed too, they have 5 new colors. It's going to be blue, green, pink, white, and purple. There is no gray, there is no black. The ones that I've gotten in the past, for the Instax 11, I've always gotten the darkest color that you can possibly get, and for right now, there is no option for that. And again, I kind of consider that the professional color, but if you know anything about me and the palette that I choose, I have a lot of black. Let's see, the hoodie right now is black, the pants are like black. Shoes are always a color, it's Converse, so I have like purple Converse on. But for me, I kind of like keeping everything black because I'm going to be using this around the city. It's going to get scuffs, it's going to get dirty, it's never going to look as clean as it does right now. But that's pretty much it. So let's see, anything different? No, the lanyards are pretty much the same. You have little eyelets on either side of both cameras, so you can just have this on a strap around your neck if you choose to do so. Neither of these has the, I'm losing words, the tripod socket, and I really use this because I have like something that I put on my belt and I can just hang things from that. I really wish that you could have something like that because I would be really, really happy. One of the things that I really did not like is these cameras, and all instant cameras like Polaroid, they're very temperamental. If you have them in a bag and you're just jostling them around, there's a chance that this can open up. And it's not like this is exposing everything, it just resets your counter and then it goes to, it just starts over, and it just, whenever this door opens, this is when it automatically resets. But as far as I can tell, I feel like the door on the new one is a little bit more secure, although it still has this right here. I feel like it is a little bit more secure. But wow, it has a crack. I mean, not a crack in the body, but look, it's weird. It's like, this is like a little, like, I don't know. Again, I really wish they would change the styling. It is just, wait a second, let me just see here. I grip the camera like this on the 11, and this is how I have this. All right, that's how I grip it. You know what? Just a little bit. This is less grippy than the 11. See, my fingers go here. My fingers go kind of like right here. That's how you hold it. I feel like this one's a little bit more angular in the front where I can dig my fingers deeper here. And this just, yeah, it's a little bit weird. Yeah, you can even see it. See, there's the crevice here to dig your fingers in. You don't have to be right next to the lens. This one doesn't have it. It's literally against the lens and you can't really put your finger here. That's something I like less about this camera. I'm just discovering a lot of these things, trying out the images, and let's see again. We've had these develop a little bit more. Yeah, the new one definitely has more contrast. This is a darker image. The orange is kind of darker in itself, and this one's a little bit, you know what? I'm changing my mind, and I'm liking the 11's picture a little bit more just because it's a little bit brighter on here. What do you guys think? Again, this is the 12, this is the 11. All right, guys, we've been looking through the brand new Instax Mini 12, which is, it is available in 5 colors: blue, green, white, pink, and purple. And then, of course, the other one, Well, this is now the old version, the Instax Mini 11. All right, guys, if you have any comments or questions, oh yeah, honorable mention, the Mini 40, my favorite. If you have any comments or questions, put everything in the comment section below. Don't forget I'm on Instagram at m8b9. You can email me at matt8b9@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. Is that a good thumbnail? Yeah, it is. All right, thank you guys. I will see you next time.